they have incense, so very similar. And if you see the Vedantic history in the past, there are some references, especially in Samhitas, that the monks came on this piece of land very first, long ago, before this theory of Columbus and all those being spread. But anyway, that's not the topic today. So we were discussing on allergy, asthma, and related diseases with your basically circulation of air or wind in your system, circulation of these pranic vayu to your endocrine glands. Today we will wrap it up, but few things I just want to just mention. I have already mentioned 6 kind of taste you need every day: bitter, astringent, pungent, sweet, sour, and salt. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned detox food. So I will mention a little bit on detox food, what is basically detox food and how you should consume. I will also mention one thing: how you should service your body yourself. Every few months you take your car for service. Have you ever thought servicing yourself? We always taken it granted. So you have to take some steps to service yourself. Instead of service, what we do, we take some pills and we think, yeah, that will take care of myself. And your system becomes dependent on that. And after a certain time, basically, you are kind of parasite on these medications. I'm not saying don't derive that medications are bad. I am saying medications you take when it is necessary, utmost necessary. And necessary definition for everybody is different. Someone is feeling little uncomfort, they think it's necessary. My necessary definition is when it is life threatening. Then you should go for that. But before I proceed, is there any question or anything to be covered in this topic? I will open the floor for questions later. But if you have something related to this, just quickly you can ask so that I could cover it. So today I will cover detox, energy food, different endocrine glands. I won't have much time that much, but little bit related to allergy, asthma, and today I want to wrap it up this topic. So there is no question, so let's move forward. So as I suggested in the past, normally there are 2 kind of imbalances in your system. So the thymus endocrine gland or heart endocrine gland is almost right in the middle of your system. Have you ever thought why heart gland is right in the middle? Why nature did not give it on top or at bottom? Because you need prana vayu to be equally distributed everywhere. Sometimes see the nature's creation, or whatever you believe, God's creation, how it's made. What a foolproof and perfect system he made. He, she, whatever you call, or nature. And you are right in the middle. So many times I hear this thing that we are better than animals or something. No one is better or lower here. Everyone is equal. If you see the Vedantic philosophy, even the trees, mountains, rivers, they are very equal terms, and sometimes they have been treated better than you. They are being worshipped. So, as a human being, you have been given agility of mind so that you can invent few things. But those creations who we called animals, they have been given instinct. Have you ever thought they have been given genetic memory, जिसको हम पूर्व जन्म कहते हैं? You don't have that opportunity. Sometimes imbalances happen and someone born and with the recall of past. But some of the animals, it's in their genes. Like turtle, it's in their gene. There are many other animals, they come with genetic memory. So they have been abandoned far away in an eggshell, but they know where to travel after coming out. They know where to go. It's all because they have genetic memory. So animals has been given a lot more. They have been given aerodynamics, which we don't know yet. We haven't completely taken advantage of that. They have been given like night vision. You have not been given. They had been even given GPS system, radar system. All they have equipped with. But you have been given this mind, this brain to evolve thing. Evolve means you can evolve it for better, you can evolve it for worse. So being a human being, you could attain being a deity. Being a human being, you can also attain to be a Satan, or whatever you call. So choice is yours. It's evolution, how you evolve yourself. So, and that's why there are 33 crore kind of people. And I have mentioned it many times. That's why the same medication, same therapy, same paddhati, karma or tantra or mantra doesn't apply to everybody. Everyone is very unique. And as I said, there are 33 crore unique body, mind, and souls. So in that's why you have 33 crore deities suiting to your personality. A lot of research needs to be done. I don't say these things because of faith or anything. The science doesn't know, it does not mean it's not scientific. I give you an example. Before Newton invented that apple falls on the land because of this theory, even before that, apple were always falling on the ground. It's Newton who first noticed, oh, why it is falling on the ground. But apple were always falling on the ground whenever. So science was always there. It was he who first, thought, why it's not going above, why it's going down. But the science was there. We did not know why it is falling. So same logic you can apply. Everything has a science. We don't know does not mean science is not there. We don't know does not mean ये बकवास है या faith है या something. And in Vedanta, you have been given a way to ascertain these scientific discoveries, to prove it. You have been given Purva Paksh. I don't know how many people know Purva Paksh. You have been given Shastrarth. You have been given different techniques so that you can churn out the truth. The nowadays, or for last 150 years, there are certainly depreciation to that scientific knowledge or scientific way of proving things, but nature has its own way to adjust or cure things. So let's come back to this topic. So you already know bitter, astringent, pungent, sweet, sour, and salt. If anyone has any confusion on this, they don't need to ask me. They can raise hand and I will know I need to explain it again. I hope most people, I see few hands. So bitter, these 6 tastes you have to eat every day, and some of them multiple times. It does not mean that you eat frequently. So many people derive, oh, I have to eat 6 times or 7 times. No, don't do that. So you need these tastes probably twice or thrice a day, whatever your eating pattern is. So bitter is very easy. Bitter gourd, everyone knows. Karela. Neem we don't have here, but if you get neem thing, that's also comes under bitter. And there are many other local bitter things. Sometimes when the fruits are not ripe or raw, they are bitter. So that also comes under bitter category. So these things. Astringent. Astringent is mostly raw things like salad, like raw fruits, like millets. They come under astringent. Pungent, most of the spices, chilies, they come under pungent. So you need that in your diet as well. And we all know sweet, sour, and salt. So right now, what happens in our diet? Sweet, sour, and salt, their ratio is too high. So that's why we have all these anomalies in our system, because 3 of the tastes are too high in your dietary system, and others are. The other problem is also we have too much available. And the only remedy we know, if something happens, we need to consume something. Either some sort of, every time people come to me and they say, oh, I'm not eating this, then what alternate? I'm also eating this, I'm also eating that, I'm also eating that. So most of the solutions, they think that they can consume something and it will resolve the issue. Some of the time it does, but most of the time it doesn't. So basically, you create a lot of congestion. You bring a lot of problems, and pills comes under that as well. They are also consumable. And as I mentioned many times, how many people know that food or whatever you consume, how much it is responsible for your energy? Maximum 22%. Maximum, whatever you consume. So including medication, they can only fix 22% of your health system, maximum. others come from sun, others come from air, others come from many other things, water. So consume water is also consumed, but it's a separate than solids. I'm saying. So make sure, yes, consumption is important, but you resolve more of your issue by not consuming. So if you don't consume, you will be better off. And that's why I am saying that I am trying to bring it to awakening system. How you can detox your system, awaken your system by not consuming. And people don't know. It also removes a lot of inner conflict. Antardvand. Inner conflict creates a lot of toxins. And when congestion is there, lot of congestion, when wind doesn't flow smoothly, water doesn't flow smoothly, blood circulation is not smooth, it means a lot of congestion is there inside. During that condition, if you have inner conflict, lot of inner conflict, you are very prone to depressive symptoms. Yesterday, someone came to me, not yesterday, day before yesterday. Oh, yesterday morning time, yeah. And he's a white guy, and he was asking his child has a ADHD problem. And he came, this is second or third time he came. Few months ago when I saw him, I suggested, give him chili. And he said, chili will work? I said, yeah, give him. He said, we don't take chili. None of our family eat chili. I said, green chili, use in your dietary system. And I gave him some amla. I said, use these things. And yesterday, I'm surprised, he came to me, he said, almost medications are gone now. Almost. So this little thing, what happens in the modern society when you don't consume green chilies or vitamin C, your mind agility is very much down. And if you are a child, and what happens on top of that, you are eating a lot of sweet and sour. And sour, the source, I'm surprised, most of the sour source is chemical. Sour source is not lemon or not imli. Sour source is, I'm missing, what's the liquid? Anyway, someone remember, I'm just missing the vinegar,
I think, yeah.
Vinegar. So most of the sour source is vinegar, and vinegar source is chemical, most of the time. So you remember in our old days, or still in India, you used to consume sirka?
Yeah.
Very seldom consumption nowadays. No one makes sirka now. So your mind agility relies on those. And mind agility during childhood is, if it is not there, then you are very prone to ADHD. Attention deficit hyper syndrome. So ADHD problem, and if at the older age this happens, depressive symptoms happen. Also, your there are various cells, so your gray matter goes up very fast. So make sure you have these 6 tastes in your diet on daily pattern. Not necessary to be in balanced, an equal amount, but you need some sort of that 6 taste. Try to have it from natural source. Vitamin C, as I mentioned many times, you have to consume multiple times. So either you can consume orange or you can consume lemon. If you have a lot of burning and all those issues, bloating and all those, and you don't have diabetes problem, or even if you have diabetes, you can use a little bit honey into that. So that's also a detox food. So make sure you have all these diets in your system. Vitamin C, as I said multiple times, you lose it very fast. You consume liquor, your vitamin C intake is gone. You go to washroom, your vitamin C intake is gone. So many things. It also depends on your thought process. Too much inner conflict consumes a lot of vitamin C. So you deplete it very fast. So make sure you have 3, 4, 5 times. You don't need a lot of things. Just have some amla thing. 1 piece of amla is good enough. So 3, 4, 5 times, good enough. Little bit, few, 3, 4 pieces of orange, not 3, 4 oranges, are good enough. So make sure 2 or 3 oranges you peel out, 2 oranges in the morning, and 3, 4, or just 1 orange for a day is good enough. But make sure.
Kushal Kumar hai.
Who's that, please? Please don't unmute yourself. It disturbs everybody. Go ahead. Sorry, Bharti ji.
No, that's okay. So make sure you consume multiple times, 3, 4, 5 times. Especially after washroom, just take 1 piece. So make sure you make that habit. Detox food, I just need to talk about that. Carrot. You have to use carrot, garlic, coriander, cilantro, and there is a twin sister of coriander. The Italians use a lot.
Parsley.
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 Asparagus.
Oh.
Asparagus. So these are detox food. Make sure you include them in your diet. And now many people come to me, they say, oh, how many times I should use it, or how many, there are different kinds. Should I eat 3 times food? I said, no, if you can blend all together and make a soup, green juice. So, but make sure you use them, these detox food. Oil, nasya. So make sure you use nasya once a week, 1 or 2 drop here, 1 or 2 drop here. So nasya you can use it. Nasya, just only one oil I avoid, which is coconut. So coconut through nasya is not okay, through meal is okay. So make sure you do that for nasya kind of thing. Also, honey, lemon, and warm water. They are good combination. When you make them, make sure do never boil honey with water. So always boil the water first, and then make sure you few drops of lemon, little bit honey, and pour the warm water on top of that. If you boil the honey with water, you lose a lot of its quality. So make sure you do that. If the problem is too much, sometimes, then there is one more thing you should do. The detox, the best system of detox is not having a meal. That's the best system of detox. Go back to, as I suggested, when you deprive yourself from meal or when you fast, and as I said many times, the Indian kind of fasting or whatever fasting, or even Arab kind of fasting is not allowed, where you don't eat anything until sunset and then you eat twice of what you know you normally eat after sunset. So if you see the Arabian world or those where they have Ramadan, normally after Ramadan they gain weight. So what happens, the consumption goes up actually for the food, only the metabolic time is different. That's all. That doesn't help. That help from the faith perspective, not from the health perspective. So you, and also as I said, when you deprive yourself from a meal, don't compensate it next morning. So many people शाम को नहीं खाएंगे तो अगले दिन पराठा बटर और हलवा and खीर and पूड़ी. So that doesn't help. So do not compensate it next time.
दूसरे दिन कसर निकालेंगे.
So make sure you don't do that. Always, as I suggested, once a week you leave one meal. Once a month you leave both meal. Now here is the problem. Many people are diabetic or on pills. They always ask me, how can I leave meal? Why can't you not leave the meal? Because this substitution is you go on fruit diet. If you can't, the ideally is don't consume anything, not even water. But I know it's difficult for people. The next best is on water. You can consume some water. No solid, just water. If you cannot live on that as well, as I suggest, you can go on juice. Homemade juice or green juice preferably. If you cannot even do that, then you go on liquid soup, liquid diet, soup, no solid. If you cannot even do that, then you can have some solid fruits. Instead of full meal, have some fruits. If you cannot even do that, you can have some salad only. So there are multiple choices, and when you start this awakening process, you will have some problem in the beginning because you are not used to that. But there's nothing to be disheartened. You have to learn at some point. And I always say this, as I said many times, whenever I ask you something, and if you come to see me that you have some problem, I do not ask you, I demand you to do that. Because if you don't do that, then there is no point of consulting me. I know a lot of, especially Indian people, they come, I advise a lot of things, we have good conversation, they go back, they again come a month later and they say, and again I repeat the same thing and they never do it. They like coming to me and I also like them to be with me, but it doesn't help. Until unless you have to do. So it's not someone else can do on that. You yourself has to do, and you don't have to do only this. Many mantra system people are outsourcing. ओ पंडित जी को $150 दे दो, पंडित जी कर देंगे हमारा. Mantra is to awakening your inner system. It creates vibration inside you so that you shed off toxins. So if you pay somebody to do that, he is getting the benefit. And I don't know whether he is doing properly or not. So basically you are not getting any benefits. Yes, from belief perspective, which was not part of your culture. Believe me, belief and faith system was never part of your culture. It came from outside. It's a foreign element. But since we are in that foreign element for last 200-300 years, we also become a part of that. So your Vedantic culture is debating, Shastrat, churn out the truth, do the scientific discovery. If it doesn't work for you, you choose your own path. If you see the Guru Shishya Parampara, Guru doesn't tell you always to follow me, to follow exactly what I said. He gives you the way. Then you find your own path. So path is not same. You can get inspiration from someone's path. You can get motivation from someone's path. But that path is not for you. You are a different person. Few things may apply, but always your unique path is different. You have to work same thing, yoga regimen, yoga thing. You have to see your comfort level. And I gave you two things. You should have little bit uncomfort when you do postures or breathing or whatever. But you should not have pain. Now, some people say the posture, there is certain angle where you get pain. For some people, it's a comfort level because they're doing for longer time. Their body has more stretch. So same logic, same angle, same level of accuracy doesn't apply to you. So you see your comfort zone, what works for you. On top of that, there is one also detox. It's not a food, it's a posture. As I suggested many times, Ashwin Mudra. So make sure you do root awakening. Ashwin Mudra always. So whenever you sit down, either on chair or somewhere else, do Ashwin Mudra. So 15, 20, 30 times, and you get rid of many problems. On acupressure front, I suggested you have to once a week or something, you have to check your this gland, lymph gland, so that you know you don't have any life-threatening diseases coming closer to you. So that's a very simple, quick diagnostic tool. If you feel a lot of pain there, as I suggested, there is no belief system, there is no faith system, go see your doctor. And don't tell that you're doing all this acupressure. Just ask them that I want my complete checkup. If you feel a lot of pain. The other thing is, in order to make your endocrine glands little healthier and good, there is a thyroid gland. So when allergy and asthma problem happens, so many times the reason is excess heat. And because of this excess heat, it aggravates the thyroid, the parathyroid gland. So parathyroid gland in that situation consumes more calcium. So make sure you consume calcium rich food. Calcium rich food is milk, yogurt, cheese, if you like eggs, kale, and all these things. One important detox food I forgot to mention is, I don't know how many people know here or not, it's called Bathua. In Punjab area, they call it Bathu. Here in this part of the world, they call it bloodroot. It's basically a weed. So if you go see your vegetable garden, it grows by itself. So make sure any blood circulation or any inside detox, it's Amrit. Amrit everyone knows. So make sure you take 5 small root, small, they are like this, they are not big. Here they are big as well. So take 3 or 5 nipples, kind of cripples there, and you know, उसको raw भी खा सकते हैं. If you like bhaji, then you make bhaji as well. So then you have to take a little bit more. If you don't know what bathu or bathua is, then if you come to my house, I will show you how bathu looks like, and I will give you some. So make sure you consume bathu. It's basically lifeline. Lot of problem will go away just because consuming raw bathu, 3 to 5, probably 10 leaves. So make sure you do that. Food, I said, I already suggested. Allergy, asthma related problem, I already discussed a lot. Calcium enriched food, I already recommended. I already suggested how to do. BAPS, you already know. You are basically you are equipped on your healthy path. I open the floor for question. I did not find time to show some postures today. I wanted to show you some neck postures today, but that's fine. Next session.
Thank you.
What is it?
Bharti, 1 minute, please. Raise your hand and you will be invited one by one. Please. Bhartiji, thank you very much. What I would suggest, those who are going to ask questions, please restrict your questions to the topic that he has spoken about today. Allergy, asthma, detoxification, all only to these subjects. And then I will request Bhartiji, in one of the sessions, talking on a specific subject, we leave everything open. Then you can ask whatever you want. Solar plexus kya hai, ye kya hai, alom vilom kya hai, maybe that. But it will be nice if we restrict our questions to the talk that he has given today, right? Please, one by one. I think Prabir ji was the first one to raise the hand. Please go ahead. Unmute yourself and go ahead.
Hi. Virendra, can you hear me?
Ji dada, bole.
Everybody can hear you. Go ahead.
Virendra, my question is specifically on detoxification. Now, the body's way of clearing out waste is either through the stool or the urine or, the standard systems.
Yeah.
In this process of detoxification, how does it help the body to shed these extra toxins? Is it by the standard ways or are the flows changed?
So some of them, good question, Pravida. So, and also let me explain, in this part of the world, the complexity is little more because we do not sweat.
Exactly.
Why we do not sweat? Because we live in artificial environmental condition.
Exactly.
So basically when the heat goes to 40 degree, we are in air conditioners. So when
Very unhealthy.
When cold goes up minus few degrees, again we need it, we cannot survive. So the body's natural phenomena is to detox thing doesn't work. So most of, for example, if you say asparagus you eat, so when you go for urine, you will realize a smell. Sometimes realize it. If you eat asparagus, you will realize that smell if you go to urine. So it means detoxification. Some of the detox happens because through urine. Some of the detox happen through stool as well. Some of these things give you sweat sometime. So in Ayurveda, that's also another process of heating your system. Sometimes they artificially heat you through on a bench or on a room, moving the temperature to 40 degree or something degree or 50 degree or 80 degree. So that's another way. But most of the meals, you release toxins through natural routes, including sweat.
Okay, hope that answers your question, Praveer. Okay, I'll move to the next, Rita Verma. You're the next, please. Unmute and go ahead.
Good morning, Dr. Bharti. So I just have two questions. One, you said about the green juice. Is it to be consumed once a week or maybe once in 15 days, or what do you suggest? And bathua. I know what bathua is, but the leaves you said is 3 se 5 lena hai. So that is to be again consumed once a week or every day? Thank you.
Bathu, if you could find every day, that's great. Green juice is also a good combination to have little bit every day. But what I normally suggest, people don't like the same taste every day. So we have to understand the taste buds as well. So sometime you can make the green juice, boil it into soup, sometimes as a green juice, sometimes you add few flavors, sometimes there is a salty way of green juice and there is a sweeter way of green juice. So if you don't like the salty way, put some honey. If you don't like the sweeter way, put some pink salt or some salt there. So you can do that. I would recommend at least alternate days you should take green juice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, Mithlesh ji, unmute kar le. Yes, you are unmuted. Go ahead.
ओके भारती जी नमस्कार। मैं ये पूछना चाह रही थी कि बथुए का इंग्लिश नेम क्या है और क्या ये मार्केट में मिलता है आजकल?
ब्लड रूट कहते हैं, मार्केट में नहीं मिलता. आई डोंट नो, देयर आर लॉट ऑफ इंडियन स्टोर्स ओपन, बॉम्बे स्पाइस एंड ऑल दोस, and I don't say why I like it because it's not very good. I like it because they sell rubbery and I like rubbery. So but I don't have any issue, so I can consume a little bit. I'm not
blood root,
yeah.
Okay,
but it
okay, thanks.
Little vegetable, it's a weed, it grows by itself.
Yeah, I know it is, but we don't find in our neighborhood or anywhere.
If you don't find it, you can take from me.
And then it will.
I have
no. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay. भारती जी, मुझे भी रबड़ी बहुत पसंद है और मैंने उस दिन वाइफ बेटी गई थी, वो कहते हैं नहीं जी है नहीं
कभी तो बोलो मैंने घर में बनाई फिर।
चल इसी में तेरा नंबर आ गया भाई, तुम भी पूछ लो।
पूछिए प्लीज।
नमस्कार वीरेंद्र भाई, आपने जो अभी कैल्शियम के लिए बताया दूध, योगर्ट, मिल्क योगर्ट वगैरह, तो लेकिन आजकल साइंस में कह रहे हैं कि जब एज आपकी थोड़ी बड़ी हो जाए तो आपको दूध नहीं पीना चाहिए, तो क्या ये ठीक है कि?
To be very frank, I am not 100% agree with that. What happens? Shikhar, hold a sec. Are you okay?
Can I use your car? Hey, got it.
Not right now.
I'll be back in like an hour.
No, okay, that's fine. So, sorry, just repeat, Sudha ji.
हाँ जी, वो दूध के लिए आपने कैल्शियम के लिए दूध बताया
जी, तो at older age you need milk more actually. because of your bone problems and bone degeneration. But not necessarily. Some people have intolerance, lactose and all those. So I suggested it's very easy. Don't use Rene or anything. Don't use milk product. Just put little bit fennel seed into that. Also, you can increase the value of milk by mixing little bit turmeric, which is a blood purifier.
Yeah.
And which also detox a lot. And also add a little bit good if you don't have diabetes and all those problems. But Vedantic philosophy or Ayurveda doesn't agree with this, that you don't need to consume milk. Yes, some people don't like it. Then you can use the byproduct, the other product like yogurt,
Yogurt. Yeah.
like other things you can use. But milk, dairy milk especially, we cannot be choosers here for that. But cow milk mostly again, we all have cow milk here, but it's not the cow milk I'm referring to. So
Organic maybe?
even organic is not, because we live in a corporate world, commercial world. They can't afford to have a cow which gives 2 liters of milk or 1 liter of milk. They need cows which gives 40 liter, 50 liter of milk. So मैं देसी गाँव की बात कर रहा हूँ. वो
बात अलग है.
Possible नहीं है यहाँ पे. But anyway, that milk is also not bad. Their dietary system is very different here. So देसी गाय का मतलब ये नहीं कि उसके जीन्स में कुछ है. देसी गाय, if even देसी गाय, if you feed the same diet here, it loses its properties. So dietary system here includes lot of grains and lot of bone cake. You may not know that. So they give animals, especially for the meaty animals, they give bone powder and all those milk. They make a little bit cake or something, you know. But anyway, we can't help that. But still, little bit milk is good for your system. If it doesn't digest, then the thing is different. Then you can ask what we should consume.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, okay. Kamal Sethi ji, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, can you hear me?
Ji, please.
Dr. Bharti,
Ji.
my question is whether we should eat almonds and walnuts or not. And if yes, how much is the right quantity?
3 to 5 almonds, but make sure many Indians, including my parents, so they remove the shell before eating. Do not remove it. Only make sure you chew it a lot. If you almond, if you don't chew 20 to 30 times, you basically do not gain much. So make sure you eat with the outer shell and make sure you chew it properly.
Only 3 to 5.
5 is good enough. You don't need more than that.
Thank you.
But on top of that, I also suggest in your diet system, you should have some nuts.
Okay.
Every day.
What about walnuts? What about walnuts?
Walnut is good enough too, but make sure walnut do not dip in water.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, next. Next is Deep ji, Deep Barar, please.
Hanji, Bathu, I wanted to find out when Garmi aita, we get Bathu a lot, but can we freeze it for winter?
Yeah. I do a lot.
Okay.
So
Then
what?
just-
Then the fridge means how you should freeze. That's very important.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's no use. So you have to boil it.
Okay.
You have to boil, and you don't need to throw the water. You can use that water in your soup.
Okay.
So
How
make
long
sure
should we boil it?
you store other vegetables. A little bit parboil, put some little bit salt, and
With
make
blend-
small pouches.
with
How
blend-
many people? How many of you people store bharta in small pouches? Many people does that.
Mm.
Similar concept for bathu.
Oh, blanch it. Okay.
Yeah, same like in my vegetable garden, lot of bathu grows. So what I do, I cannot consume that much. So we took all of them, boil it, put some little bit salt or something, and then make small pouches of 10 or 20 or 30, whatever.
Okay.
And in winter time, we take one pouch and just put some garlic or whatever. Just make a little bit saag as you make saag.
Yeah, no, my daughter had a lot and somebody told her this is bathu, and she brought a big pile and just left it. So I took some, but I did not blanch it. I just froze it like that. For future.
Somebody gave me this bathu and I washed it, dried it little bit and cut it and put it in the freezer. These like this bags.
I did the same.
You can do it.
Yeah, that's another.
Yeah, I just did the same. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Sorry.
Along with bathu, you also have a green saag, which is also wild and wheat. You can mix both, but make sure you first know what is the green saag and what is bathu.
Yeah.
All right, good. Move to the next Sneh Bhallaji.
जी स्नेह जी बोले।
नमस्कार भारती जी।
जी नमस्कार।
भारती जी, आपने बोला था once a week जो फास्ट करते हैं, जूस का भी कर सकते हैं, तो जूस कौन सा प्रेफर करेंगे आप?
It depends on what's your health, what's your health permit. For example, अगर डायबिटीज की प्रॉब्लम है तब जूस पे मत जाइए, फिर ग्रीन जूस पे जाइए.
Okay.
Yeah, so it depends.
What
Normally,
apple juice or orange juice?
I prefer apple and carrot.
Okay.
So make sure you apple and carrot. You can put a little bit orange as well, but make sure half the juice when you make 50% is carrot and 50% rest.
Okay.
Always make this rule: 50% carrot and 50% rest.
Okay. Can I ask you another question?
जी.
Epsom salt liquid, Epsom salt or olive oil mixed together, that you can do a detoxification with that too.
Which salt?
Epsom salt liquid.
Okay.
And olive oil.
And you want to use that for detox?
Yeah.
I don't know how much effect of that is. Olive is healthy, but we do not from the yoga perspective, it's not a detox food.
Okay.
Yes, it's very healthy.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ji. We have a couple of more hands and just 2 more hands have come up. Arjun Ji, unmute yourself and please ask your question.
जी बोले अर्जुन जी. Unmute yourself.
Unmute. You're not yet unmuted. Please unmute yourself. And let me tell everybody, once you unmute, everybody can hear you. You don't have to ask. Right?
Thank you, Anil. Thank you, Ji. Bharti Ji, we are seeing dandelions growing all over the place, a mass actually. Is that same as Bathu?
No, it's very different. Dandelion is very different than Bathu.
Are there similar qualities in dandelion leaves as well as the roots?
No, they have
No.
very different qualities.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Bathu, that's why the English name itself is bloodroot. It's very different.
Okay. Thank you, Ji.
They are very different.
Thank you. Madhu Desai, unmute karo. Please apna sawal puchiye and then.
बोले मधु जी।
या
जी
मेरे गार्डन में वो भाजी ज्यादा होती है, देख सकते हैं आप? नहीं,
कौन सी भाजी?
कैमरे के आगे लाइए ना।
क्या वो भाजी, वो भातू बोलते हैं उसका।
I don't know. Can I do it close-ups? I can't figure out from here.
Looks like watercress.
Okay.
No, it's not watercress. In
Let me
Gujarati, it's
see.
called khati bhaji. But I don't use it at here because I don't know it is edible or not. In my garden, it happened.
It doesn't look like bathu to me.
Methi, looks like methi to me.
Yeah.
But it's not methi. Methi
Looks
I
like-
grow, but this is not a methi. It's a
It could
khati
be
bhaji
bathu,
we
but
used
it's
to.
very difficult to figure out from here. Until you send me a close-up, you can send me a close-up picture and I will let you know.
Okay.
मेरे को
Okay,
text
sure.
कर दो आप पिक्चर, तो मैं क्लोजअप देख के बता दूं.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, मिथिलेश जी आप वैसे तो पूछ चुकी हैं, but anyway,
Yeah.
last one एक
Yeah.
अनम्यूट करें. हाँ.
ये पूछना चाह रही थी कि बादाम वगैरह हमेशा भिगो के खाना चाहिए या ड्राई ऐसे ही खा सकते हैं?
बादाम इसलिए खाना चाहिए भिगो करके क्योंकि आपकी च्यूइंग कैपेसिटी बढ़ जाती है.
अच्छा,
ड्राई बादाम को च्यू नहीं कर पाते आप उतना, तो मोस्ट ऑफ द बादाम इज ए वेस्ट.
तो हमेशा हर एक नट भिगो के सोक करके पानी में रात को
हर एक नट में कह रहा हूँ, केवल बादाम कह रहा हूँ.
ओनली बादाम और
हाँ, बाकी-
वालनट वगैरह नहीं भिगोना चाहिए?
वालनट तो ऐसे ही क्रैक आप च्यू कर सकते हैं आसान.
अच्छा, और पिस्ते और अदर नट्स जस्ट विदाउट दैट, जस्ट ओनली दाल.
Other nuts, because badam has a shell, outer shell, which is hard.
Yeah.
So, and that has a lot of nutrient. So make sure you chew it.
Chew it. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, finally, oh God, we have one more hand. Anyway, this will be the final last question. Umaji, please.
जी बोले उमा जी.
अनम्यूट करें पहले अपने आप को. अनम्यूट करें. हाँ जी.
हाँ जी, नमस्कार भारती जी.
जी नमस्ते, बोलें.
डैंडीलाइन की बात कर रहे हैं. डैंडीलाइन तो सभी के गार्डन में बहुत होती हैं. कई लोग उसको सैलेड में डालते हैं. क्या ये खाने की चीज है?
Yeah, people consume a lot. I noticed in some of the culture, especially in Arab world, they eat dandelion. There is no harm eating dandelion.
No harm.
There is no harm, but
You
make
can wash it, cut and chop it, and put it in your salad.
Yeah, if you like the taste, it's like it's a green thing. It doesn't harm you.
Yeah, with the flour.
Yeah, no, without flour. I think there is certain. I don't know exactly how they consume it, but I know in Arab cultures they consume in salad, and now they are selling dandelion.
Yeah, that's right. With the flour, they sell it with the flour.
Yeah, so they are selling as well. So exactly, I don't know how to consume it. I never consumed it, but I know people consume it, and there is no side effects to that.
Okay, okay. You said without flour, it's okay to use.
No, I said I don't know.
Don't use flour.
No, I said I don't know how to consume
Oh, you
it.
don't know? Okay, okay,
I
that's
don't know.
fine.
I have no idea, but I can figure it out.
Okay, okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ji.
But there is no harm consuming that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we are already overshot our time, and I said that was the last question. So, as I said, you can reserve your questions for the next time. Not next week, of course, there will be another talk. Unfortunately, Dr. Bharti will not be there next week.
I really appreciate. Thank you.
The Compassionate Ottawa is they are giving a talk next week on end of life, so that will be there. So that's the end, Bharti ji, our routine prayer time, and then we say again thank you to you.
Let's do our prayer. May all be happy. May all be disease free. May all see good in others. May none suffer. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukh bhag bhave. God bless you all. And next session, as Anil ji suggested, it's open end.
Yes, that will be 16th. Yes.
Yeah.
That
So
will be 16th of July, and you can ask a question on any subject wherever you have doubts.
yeah. So how we will proceed? We open the floor first. Give me all the question. Whatever I know, I will respond to that. And you have after Q&A as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bharti. Once again, thanks for your time, your valuable opinion, your knowledge. Thank you for everything. Thank you. All right. So we proceed with the